Have you ever really thought about how a modern distribution business ties everything together? I mean, from the salesperson out on the street all the way to the money actually hitting the bank account. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see exactly how it works with a single, really powerful, connected system. Right, so what's the big problem we're trying to solve here? Look, if you're in the distribution world, you already know the chaos I'm talking about. It's sales orders scribbled on notepads, stock levels being checked over WhatsApp, and that constant nagging headache of trying to figure out who's paid up and who still owes you money. It's just this huge gap, right? A total disconnect between what's really happening out in the field and what the folks back at headquarters can actually see. And I bet some of these challenges look painfully familiar. All that manual work, it just opens the door for delays and expensive mistakes. And what about when the internet is spotty? Your sales team in the field is basically stuck. It all leads to the same thing. Information on deliveries, stock, and payments, it's never aligned. And the result of all that, well, management is basically flying blind. They just can't get that clear, real-time picture of what's going on in their own business. So the solution here isn't just about throwing another piece of software at the problem. No, it's about having a complete system, a kind of operating system really, built specifically for the three key roles in any distribution business. Let's take a look at who's using what and how it gets everyone on the exact same page. And this is the big idea right here. It's all about connecting the field, the office, and the boardroom. It's a single source of truth that brings together the salesperson on their route, the administrator handling all the logistics, and the stakeholders who are keeping an eye on the bottom line. This is how you end those disconnects for good. All right, first up, let's talk about the salesman. For them, this mobile app is basically their command center, and it fits right in their pocket. Everything they need, visiting shops, checking out products, booking orders, it's all right there. And it's built to be fast and super simple to use out in the field. Okay, now let's jump back to headquarters. This is where the admin comes in. From this one central desktop dashboard, they can literally see everything. We're talking managing products, processing new orders, tracking deliveries. They oversee the whole operational workflow. You can kind of think of them as the air traffic controller for the entire business. And finally, we have the stakeholder. This is a person who needs that high-level, 30,000-foot view of the business. The best part? No more waiting around for those end-of-the-month reports. They can just log in and see gross revenue, net profit, total orders, all of it at a glance whenever they want. Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, but how does it actually work day to day? Let's do this. We're going to follow the journey of a single order, right from the moment it's created out in the field, all the way until it shows up in the company's books. So let's meet our salesman, Saad. He's just starting his day, getting ready to hit his route. His app is all ready to go. It's got his list of shops, the full product catalog, everything. And you can see these quick action buttons like Create Order. So with just a couple of taps, he's ready to place an order for his very first customer. But here's where things usually get messy, right? This is a huge pain point. What happens when Saad is in an area with terrible reception or maybe no internet at all? I mean, that's a classic headache for any field sales team. Well, with this system, it actually doesn't matter. Saad just keeps booking his orders. They're saved securely right there on his phone. The app is smart, it knows it's offline. You can even see the little note there, last synced 7 hours ago. The key is he can keep on working without any interruption. Then, a bit later, when he's back in an area with a good connection, all he has to do is hit that Sync Now button. And boom, the app sends all that work he did offline straight to the main system, and he gets that nice little confirmation, all synced. Just like that, his whole day's work is securely uploaded. And this is the magic moment. The second that Saad hits sync on his phone, that order pops up instantly for the admin back at the office. You can see the total order count just tick up right there on the dashboard. There's no delay, no lag. The field and the office are now perfectly in sync in real time. So from this point, the admin team takes the baton. They see all the new orders sitting there in a pending status. Now they can start planning the logistics, assign delivery drivers, and basically manage the whole fulfillment process, tracking each order as it moves from pending to in transit and finally to delivered. All right, so that's the journey of one single order. Pretty slick, right? Now let's pull back and zoom out a bit. Let's look at the kind of total control and visibility this gives the management team back at HQ. Okay, check out this number, 548. Any guesses what that is? It's not the number of orders, it's not the number of shops. that is the total number of products in their catalog. And they're all managed from this one central place. The admin can see real-time stock levels, they can add new items, they can organize everything. This is huge because it means no more accidentally selling products that are actually out of stock. And this control isn't just about products, it's about people too. You get total control over your sales team. You can manage their routes, set sales targets, and keep an eye on the performance of every single salesperson on your team. Just like our guy Saad. It's all about making sure everyone is on track and hitting their goals. So let's bring it all home for the stakeholders, the people watching the bottom line. All of this data we've been talking about, every sale, every delivery, even every return, it all flows automatically into this real-time financial overview. It gives them an instant live pulse on the financial health of the entire operation. And this is really why this all matters so much. A stakeholder can easily monitor all the key areas. We're talking sales progress, team performance, and, this is the big one, pending customer balances and daily collections. You can see what's being collected, how it's being collected. It directly connects the sales effort out in the field to the cash coming back into the business. So when you add all this up, all this control, all this real-time visibility, what's the actual outcome? What's the real bottom line impact for the business? Well, here's what you can expect. The business impact is real. Your order-to-delivery cycle gets way faster. Your stock accuracy goes up, and those manual mistakes go way down. Your salespeople in the field become more productive. You get a much tighter grip on customer receivables, the money people owe you. And maybe most importantly, management can feel confident because everyone is finally working from the same trustworthy set of data. And that really brings us to the final question I want to leave you with. If you had this level of real-time control and visibility over your entire operation, what could you achieve? What kind of new doors would that open up? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks so much for watching.